In the thriving village of Oji, nested among the rolling hills and ancient baobabs, there lived two sisters, Adama and Zuri. Adama the elder was the pride of the village with her beauty and strength, while Zuri the younger one was known for her sharp wit and curiosity. Despite their close bond, the relationship between the two sisters was strained. Adama's protectiveness had turned into harshness, often scolding and beating Zuri for minor mistakes. One fateful evening, Zuri sat by the riverbank, tears streaming down her face. Her sister had just finished beating her, and by this time she was tired of the constant beating. The whispering wind carried the sound of her sobs through the air. Suddenly the bushes started to make sound, and from the shadow emerged Iya, the wise old tortoise, cherished in the village as a keeper of the ancient knowledge. "Why do you weep, child?" Iya's voice was gentle and filled with wisdom. Startled by the talking tortoise, Zuri wiped her tears. "I'm tired, Iya, tired of Adama's cruelty. I wish I could make her suffer as I have." Iya's eyes, filled with centuries of knowledge, studied Zuri. "Be careful what you wished for, young one. The path of vengeance is filled with danger and sorrow." But Zuri, her heart was hardened by years of mistreatment. "Tell me, Iya, how can I gain the power to curse my sister?" Zuri thinks cursing her sister would stop the mistreatment she is receiving from her. The tortoise sighed deeply. "There is a place far beyond the mountains and desert where the spirit of vengeance dwells. It is said that those who seek its power must journey through the forest of echoes, cross the desert of whispers, and climb the mountain of shadows. At the summit, you will find the enchanted mirror. But heed my warning, the power you seek comes with a great cost." Determined to find a way to end her suffering, Zuri set out early next morning. She packed a small bag with provisions and bid a silent farewell to the village. Her heart was heavy, but her resolve was unshaken. She knew the journey would be long and treacherous, but the thought of seeing Adama suffer fueled her determination. The first leg of her journey led through the dense forest of echoes, a place covered with mystery and magic. The trees seemed to whisper secrets, their leaves rustling with ancient wisdom. As she ventured deeper into the forest, Zuri encountered creatures both wondrous and strange. Birds with feathers that shimmered like rainbows, and deer that spoke in soft, melodious voices. One evening, as Zuri made camp under a towering tree, a fox with red fur approached her. "Why do you travel alone, young one?" the fox asked, its eye gleaming with curiosity. "I seek the spirit of vengeance," Zuri replied. "I wish to curse my sister Adama." The fox tipped its head, studying her. "The path you walk is lined with thorns and shadows. Are you sure this is what you desire?" Zuri nodded firmly. "Yes, I'm sure." The fox sighed. "Very well. I will guide you through the forest of echoes, but know this, the journey will test your resolve and your heart." With the fox as her guide, Zuri navigated through the complicated path of the forest. The fox, named Kumi, was a trickster spirit, known for his cunning and his wisdom. As they traveled together, Kumi posed riddles and challenges that tested Zuri's wit and resolve. One day, Kumi stopped abruptly. "Before we proceed, you must solve a riddle," it said, its voice echoing through the trees. "What is hand in haste, but costs more than gold? What binds the soul, yet leaves the heart cold?" Zuri pounded the riddle, her mind racing. After a moment, she answered, "Revenge. It is sought in anger, but brings only sorrow." Kumi nodded, satisfied. "You are wise, young one. But remember, wisdom alone is not enough to complete your journey." As they continued, Zuri noticed the forest becoming more darker and foreboding. The trees loomed overhead, their branches twisted and gleamed. The whispers grew louder, filling her mind with doubt and fear. Zuri pressed on, determined to reach her goal. After days of traveling through the forest, Zuri and Kumi reached its edge. Before them stretched the vast desert of whispers, a barren wasteland where the sand sang of forgotten sorrows, and the wind carried the voices of the lost. The transition from the lush forest to the desolated desert was stark and unsettling. Kumi turned to Zuri. The desert is a place of trials. You must cross it alone, for the whisper will reveal your deepest fear and regrets. Zuri nodded, preparing herself for the journey ahead. She thanked Kumi for its guidance and stepped into the desert, the hot sand burning her feet. The wind howled around her, carrying fragmented voices that echoes in her mind. As she walked, the whisper grew louder, dredging up memories of Adama's cruelty and her own feelings of helplessness. But interwoven with these memories were memories of kindness, times when Adama had protected her from harm. The duality of these memories tore at Zuri's heart, but she pushed forward, driven by a desire of vengeance. She forgot to consider when her sister had protected her and instead go with the memories of when her sister had been wicked and cruel to her. In the heart of the desert, Zuri stumbled upon an ancient well. Parched and exhausted, she eagerly drank from its water. As she rested, the whisper seems to blend into a single haunting voice. To cause another is to bind oneself, the voice intoned. Are you willing to pay the price? Zuri, her resolve unwavering, replied, yes, I am. The voice continued, then know this, the path you have chosen is one of sorrow, but it is not too late to turn back. Zuri shook her head. I cannot turn back. I must see through this. With renewed determination, Zuri pressed on, the well's warning echoing in her mind. The desert seems endless, but eventually, she reached the base of the Mountains of Shadows. Mountains of Shadows was the most treacherous part of Zuri's journey. The path was filled with jagged rocks, and the air was thin and cold. Each step was a struggle, but Zuri's determination never wavered. As she climbed, she encountered spirits of the mountain, each one a manifestation of fear and doubt. They whispered taunts and insults, trying to break her spirit. But Zuri, recalling Kumi's lesson, faced each spirit with courage and resolve. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Zuri reached the summit. There, in a secluded glade, stood the enchanted mirror. Its surface shimmered with an hair light, reflecting not just her appearance, but her innermost thoughts and desires. The mirror's surface rippled, and the voice echoed from within. What do you seek, child? The mirror asked, its tone both soothing and ominous. I seek power to curse my sister Adama, so she may never find happiness in marriage. Zuri declared, her voice steady but her heart trembling. The mirror's glow intensified. Very well, but know this, the curse you placed shall bind your own fate. Ignoring the warning, Zuri uttered the incantation taught to her by Iya. The mirror face rippled, and dark mist enveloped Zuri, imbuing her with the power of the curse. With the power of the curse now within her, Zuri made her way back to Oji. The journey seemed shorter, as if the weight of her new power propelled her forward. Upon her return, she immediately noticed changes in Adama. Adama's suitors began to disappear and her beauty faded. The once strong sister became a shadow of herself, shunned by the village and filled with despair. Zuri, initially happy by her success, soon come to realize the gravity of her actions. The villager began to whisper about the unnatural turn of events, and Zuri felt the weight of her guilt growing heavier each day. Years passed, and Zuri watched Adama's life remain stagnant, a perpetual state of mystery that no amount of time could heal. Guilt gnawed at Zuri, and she found no peace in her victory. The whisper of the desert, the warning of the spirits, all began to haunt her. One day, unable to bear the weight of her actions any longer, Zuri returned to Iya, the wise tortoise, seeking guidance once more. "You have seen the consequences of your action, young one," he has said softly. "To reverse the course, you might journey again. But this time, your path will be more perilous. You must find the spirit of compassion and seek its forgiveness." With a heavy heart, Zuri embarked on a second quest, determined to make amends for her past mistakes. This time, Zuri's journey took her through different landscapes. The river of reflection, where she had to face her own sorrows and regrets. The valley of echoes, where she encountered the spirits of those she had wronged. And the cave of shadows, where she confronted her deepest fears. Along the line, she met allies who helped her understand the true meaning of compassion and forgiveness. An elderly owl, a symbol of wisdom, guided her through the darkest part of the cave. A playful monkey, representing joy, reminded her of the importance of laughter and kindness. A majestic lion, embodying courage, stood by her side. Finally, Zuri reached the grove of compassion, a serene place bathed in angelic light. There, she met the spirit of compassion, a radiant figure whose presence excluded warmth and understanding. "Why have you come, child?" asked the spirit, its voice like a soothing melody. "I seek to reverse the curse I placed on my sister," Zuri replied, tears streaming down her face. "I acted out of anger and pain, and I have caused great suffering. Please grant me the power to undo my wrong." The spirit of compassion gazed at Zuri with infinite patience. "To reverse the course, you must make a sacrifice. Are you willing to pay the price?" Without hesitation, Zuri nodded. "Yes, I am willing." The spirit extended a hand, touching Zuri's forehead. A surge of energy flowing through her, and she felt the curse lifting. But as the spirit withdrew, Zuri felt a profound change within her. When Zuri returned to Oji, she found Adama transformed. Her spirit and her beauty were restored. Suitors began to flock her once more. The village celebrated Adama's newfound happiness, unaware of the sacrifice Zuri had made. Years passed, and while Adama married and had a family, Zuri remained alone. She watched with a mixture of sorrow and joy as her sister's life blossomed. Despite her loneliness, Zuri found peace in knowing she had done the right thing at last by reversing the curse she placed on her sister. As Zuri grew older, the villagers began to notice no man had ever courted her. They whisper of a mysterious fate that seems to follow her. Yet, Zuri accepted her destiny with faith, understanding that her sacrifice had been necessary to restore balance. One quiet evening, as the sun set over the village of Oji, Zuri felt her life slipping away. She closed her eyes, content in the knowledge that she had righted her wrong. Her spirit departed peacefully, joining her ancestors to watch over the village. The villagers mourned Zuri's passing, remembering her as a woman of great courage and kindness. They told her story to their children, passing down the tale of a girl who had journeyed far and wide, seeking vengeance but finding redemption. In the heart of the forest, he had a tortoise spoke to the villagers, sharing the moral of Zuri's tale. Remember, dear ones, that anger and hatred can blind us to the true cost of our action. It is through compassion and forgiveness that we find the strength to heal and grow. The story of Zuri and Adama became a cherished legend in the village of Oji. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also share this video to your loved ones and change someone's heart and mind today.